Hi guys and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Rangers. Going to be taking on Hearts just now for the third time in 4 games at Ibrox. In the league they're sitting third place currently at the moment. They are 11 points behind Celtic though, so they are well out of that. It is the battle for third place between Aberdeen and Hearts will be affecting. So hopefully we can put the boot into Hearts today, put them down to 4th. I like the Rangers Celtic Aberdeen top 3 thing persisting. Reflecting reality of course, but obviously Rangers and Celtic being the other way round. I think they are obviously the top 3 teams, Celtic, Rangers, Aberdeen in the country, so I would like a top 3 finish to reflect that. We're 13 points clear currently of Celtic, with them having 1 in hand. This is a chance to go 16 points clear before they go to Pittodrie tomorrow. So without further ado, let's dive in. Malky Mackay's Hearts here. 3 losses against them, 3 draws against them, and 10 victories for ourselves. Murray Wallace and Cameron Borthwick-Jackson suspended. Akram Afif is away with Qatar. Kyle Lafferty and Ross Callaghan are both injured for Hearts. So we need to take Murray Wallace out, which is a big game today for young Andy Gilmore at the back. Akram Afif is coming out as well. That will be for Sayed Haksabanovic. Shea Ojo, incidentally, is capable, but he's he's not entirely fit after being injured, so we're going to start Haksabanovic. Borthwick Jackson out for Dimitri Mitchell, who can hopefully do a job as a flying wing back, and onto the bench will come Daniel Podence, I suppose, can come onto the bench for him. And I want to change a couple of things here. So Jordan Houston will come in for Michael O'Halloran. I'm also going to bring in Jamie Burr-Jonas for Danilo Cataldi. Cataldi can be on the bench today. Just wanting to rotate a little bit. I also want to bring Alberto Chiacheri, or Alberto as I'm just going to call him. I'm going to bring Alberto onto the bench today. The 4 striker thing is a bit too complex at the moment. I can't really rotate them all effectively. When the league's properly tied up, I know I'm being paranoid. I know I could rotate right now and would get enough wins to win the title, but I'm just wary of something going to hell with trying to rotate. Cause, I mean, we can play Alberto wide right, we can play Latiri wide left, and play Edward up top. We can rotate all these guys in, but I just don't want to do it at the moment until the league is 100% shored up. So I've got Fulton, Byram, Fernandez, Gilmore, Mitchell, Burr-Jonas, Horta, Houston, Henderson, Haksabanovic and Morelos. Chiacheri, this will be his first game actually. He's given number 21 here. He signed about 2 months ago, was out with an injury, but now he gets to make his debut. A 4-2-1-2-1 or a 4-2-1-3 or a 4-3-3, whatever it is from Hearts today. Different from their usual 4-2-3-1. Teams such as ours should be winning it without any problems though. Make sure they're under no illusions about what's expected today. Just encourage them as Goncalves, Lindsay, Suter and Coney get started. It's down to Vaughan now. Mitchell's first piece of defending to be done here. Ushers Vaughan inside. Good play that, but it goes to Goncalves. Let's make sure they don't go ahead early here. It's out to Vaughan. There is probably going to be a chance for Hearts. Vaughan down that right hand side. Gets across in, but it is behind. It's a signal of intent from Hearts in the first 20 seconds though. Burr-Jonas' delivery now. Henderson wins the header and it's 1-0 to Rangers after 6 minutes. So much for Hearts' signal of intent. Lovely header beyond the goalkeeper after a nice delivery from Burr-Jonas. 1-0 to make it 16 points at the top of the league. If Aberdeen can do anything at Pittodrie tomorrow, then we'll rotate for the next game. Goncalves into Chong though, assuming we win. Chong plays it to Vaughan. Vaughan has a bit of space and it's a good stop from Ian Fulton and he holds on. Andy Gilmore's looking nervous out there. We'll tell him to calm down actually. Let's pause this for a moment. Byram throwing it to Henderson. We need to wait till we can. Houston wins it back nicely. Henderson into Morelos. Morelos tackled. Balls bouncing around the place. McCart back to Hamilton, who can clear unfortunately. But it's picked up by Mitchell now. Burr-Jonas and Andre Horta looking to unlock the defence with a pass. Nice reverse ball. Haksabanovic. There's an overlap from Mitchell. Horta goes the other way to Henderson. He finds Houston. And Burr-Jonas very tight in there. Henderson, Horta were doing very well to hold on to the ball though. Horta to Henderson again. Henderson finds Mitchell. Got a bit of space to pop one in on his unfavoured right foot. Morelos tees up Haksabanovic back to goal. Squares it for Morelos. And it's 2-0. After only 16 minutes of the game. I'm going to tell, where is Andy Gilmore? just to calm down. I'm just going to tell Andy Gilmore specifically to calm down. Now seems composed, whether that's because of my shout or because it went to 2-0, I don't know. Houston finds Horta. I have a weird feeling that we're going to lose the ball here. Morelos to Horta. Haksabanovic turns it round the corner. Morelos is in and he shoots. It's a good save by Hamilton though. And Hearts could be in for an absolute hiding here if they don't get to grips with this game quickly. Hopefully they don't. Hopefully we can batter them. Haksabanovic in, away by Suter. Barjonas back to Haksabanovic's son. Nope, goes to Horta. Barjonas finds Andy Gilmore. Nice pass from Gilmore. Morelos now across keeper, but a good save by Hamilton. We are absolutely swaggering through this game. Mitchell now with the throw. Henderson, nope, can't get it. It's Coney nicking it. Now it's Goncalves. Come on, don't let them back into this. Goncalves in behind Byron, but tracks back very well to get it. Excellent cover. Playing it forward to Jordan Houston now. Take on your man, Jordan. Take him on. Oh, he hits it in early to Morelos. Acres of space, lovely touch. Sets himself, and what a finish by Morelos. 3-0. Wow, 30 goals for the season now for Alfredo Morelos. What a player he's become. Exceptional performance so far in the first half. Fulton to take long. Can we make it even worse? Fulton long. Morelos with like 5 Hearts players around him. Headed forward. Easy for Fernandez. Barjonas now. Inside to Andre Horta. Acres of space to pick a pass. Looks over the top for Houston. What a pass that is from Andre Horta. Square. Morelos for a hat-trick. And it is 4-0. It's not even 40 minutes gone. This is an average of a goal about every 9 minutes. Morelos with 3 of them now. Amazing. Morelos is chasing 40 goals now that he's above that 30 mark. And Hearts just haven't turned up whatsoever today. Can we make it 5? Horta puts it in. Header away by Berra. Hit it for Jonas. Now he tees up Morelos. Tries to tee up Haksabanovic, who's hit the post. And it could be 5-0 before even half time, had that just went a couple of inches towards the centre of the goal there. Amazing performance. Probably the best half I've seen for the team in a long time. Not because we've been poor recently, but just how good we've been today. Morelos obviously is going to come off now. Alberto can come on up front and he will be an advance forward as well. Hopefully he can do something today. Podence will come on for Houston as well. And do you know what? I'm going to make the third sub. I'm going to give Gamboa a wee run out. Since we are going to let his contract tick down, be nice to give him a couple of wee games here and there. He was a good servant for us in a season where we won our first title, so I think it's fair to treat him with a bit of respect. Haksabanovic, Horta out to Mitchell. What a pass, come on, hit them early. Whipped in, Podence, oh dearie me. That is not the kind of finish we want to be seeing from Daniel Podence. He's took a while to settle in here, Podence, but I know he's a quality player. I think he maybe be a bit like a thief, you know. Takes a while to get going, but when he gets going, he's going to be an incredible player. I think he's better than a thief. Just technically, he's more talented than a thief. Goncalves though, Gilmore nicks it over the top for Gilmore. Can he get an assist? Can the young man Alberto get his first goal? 1-on-1, saved, and then the rebound. Alberto Chiacheri, and unfortunately, because of the save, it denies Gilmore the assist. But there you go, not even 8 minutes into his Rangers debut, and young Alberto up top has scored. 5-0 we now lead Hearts. Ivanildo Fernandez, Andre Horta, Henderson, Chiacheri with a lovely touch, got an overlap. Going himself, forced into a wide area, looking for an assist. Swings it in. Podence! Oh, he's missed. Oh, dearie me. What an absolute sitter from Podence. So the only thing spoiling this game is that Podence still hasn't been able to put on a show. Gamboa to Barjonas now. Let's get a 6th here, eh? Coney puts it away. Horta will pick it up, heads it back in. Lindsay heads it away. Vaughan will chase. Come on, let's get a clean sheet at least. I don't want them to score a consolation. Armstrong now got a running ahead in Walker. Walker's got a runner outside him. Gamboa with a good challenge. It's going to end up playing in Armstrong, who shoots. And it's beyond Ian Fulton. It is 5-1. No clean sheet, which is a damn shame. As our friend Curry Muncher was saying in the comments, I think we do need to just shore up our defence a little bit. We do have a couple of guys who are not quite up to scratch. I mean, Gilmore, for example, isn't quite up to scratch. I'll pause on that thought. Vaughan puts it in. McCart's header, and it's 5-2 now. Technically, Hearts have won the second half, 2-1 coming from behind. That just ends the game on a sour note. But yeah, as I was saying about the defence there, Gilmore's not ready. Could he be a useful player? I think so, but he's not ready, obviously, to be thrown in there in league games. Mitchell, I don't think, is a good enough defender either. So we do need more depth and more options in defence. The good news is I think we won't have to worry about buying any midfielders or attackers for a long time. We did really well in the January window, got us a lot more options. Okay, so we've qualified for the Champions League, we've secured top 2, and the board are going to set the initial budgets. We have 19,525,000 of the wage budget, so not bad. Not bad, I suppose. It's pretty much round about what we were sitting at anyway. Now, Hearts title hopes are over, aye, because they were right in it before. Couple of reports on the youngsters there, nothing really standing out. So it's time to see Celtic's game at Pittodrie. They are 16 behind, of course, going into this one. 2 games in hand could get it back to 6. So let's just see if one of their games in hand up at Pittodrie will maybe not go their way. Aberdeen in 4th, looking to overtake Hearts here. It's 2-1 to Celtic at Pittodrie. They're in good form now, Celtic. Who scored? Sobiek and McGregor after Jordan Jones had actually put Hearts ahead. Sorry, Aberdeen. He's an okay player, Jordan Jones. Yeah, so what kind of form are they in now? Yeah, league-wise they're in very good form. Win. They've won everything actually since they lost to ourselves at Ibrox, so they are going very strong in the league. They're at Tannadice next time out, of course, when we host Dundee. So we'll see how they do there. After they beat PAOK Salonika, they obviously ended up playing Arsenal. They lost 3-1 down at the Emirates and drew 0-0 at Parkhead. So a reasonable showing. We went to holiday now, of course, towards that Dundee game. We'll just nestle in here on the Friday just before the game. But yeah, defensively, I think we need to be looking at some options. It is much harder actually to get good defensive players in. There's a lot of good wingers, a lot of good strikers, midfielders, but try to get good defensive players in can be tough, can be challenging. So I think we want to scour about a little bit. I want to look at Scottish prospects first. So we'll do all this sort of in the summer. We'll do some transfer episodes as well, because we've got some pretty good feedback on the transfer episodes there in January, so we'll do a couple of them in summer, just looking for options for season 5, people to shore up the defensive line, particularly for the Champions League. So we want to look at young Scottish defenders, and obviously if there's anybody out there, you know, that's listed, you know, a big player like a trying to think what season we're at now. So for like a Johnny Evans, probably too old right now, but just use a real life example, like a Johnny Evans or somebody who is transfer listed. Maybe the big teams aren't quite wanting him, but he's too good for a team like West Brom. Maybe we could swoop in and get somebody like that. It will cost us a lot in wages if we go down that route, but if we can get somebody in like that who'll do the business in the Champions League for us, then we need to look at that option, of course. Mainly, I would like to get some young Scottish players in. This is a long-term project, you know. There'll be many seasons to come here as Rangers before we have any hope of making a dent in the Champions League. I think because of the AI transfer policy, Celtic will slip probably further and further behind us as we continue to grow. Maybe the league will get maybe a little bit boring, dare I say, and it'll all be about the Champions League in seasons going forward. But we need to make some signings, particularly in defence, as I say. So we'll be looking for those prospects in the summer. As I say, attacking wise and midfield wise, I think we're sound for quite a while. We've got Cataldi and Horta in there as a, you know, if we were playing a Champions League game tomorrow, Cataldi and Horta would start in the centre of the park. They're obviously very capable players. We also have on the right wing there, let's say Pedence, I think will come good and be a very good player in the future. But we also have, of course, Houston, who's doing the business out there on that right hand side. On the left we now have Shea Ojo and Akram Afif. We've got Haksabanovic too, but obviously he goes back to West Ham. And up top, obviously, we're a bit of an embarrassment of riches now. We've got Morelos, who's a 30-goal man now. We've got the two wonder kids from South America. We've got Odson Edward as well, who can do a job. So we're spoiled up front, I think. In terms of the goalkeeper, Ian Fulton's a weird one, because he is an incredibly good goalkeeper for his age, but he hasn't advanced very much. So I'm not sure about that. Right, I don't really care on how the guys did playing for the Scotland under-21s. Well, how did Rudden got 0 minutes? Good for him. Wait a minute, hold on. Did I read that right? 5-4 over Turkey. Who scored those goals? Jack Aitchison, who's still on loan from Celtic. Billy Gilmore, who's still at Chelsea just now, but starting to look like he's developing well. Let's scout him. I wouldn't mind bringing him back if possible. Fraser Hornby plays for Everton. Nah, looks alright. And Kevin O'Hara at Falkirk, who's again just okay. Itrit Berisha from Atalanta would maybe be an option for a goalkeeper. They don't want to sell him though, but he is way better than Ian Fulton, of course. Cataldi trained well, Ithami trained poorly, but who cares? I wouldn't even, you know, in real life I wouldn't even have him at training Ithami. I would just let him go home and put his feet up. Player of the month, Morelos. Then it was Elliot Charles, who is a Hibs player actually. Ooh, quite like the look of him actually. Elliot Charles, young Englishman. Leeds are interested. And then Barjonas was third in that player of the month. Young player was Charles, then Houston, then Haksabanovic. Manager of the month for myself, Paul Lambert being second there. And we're on the verge of the Dundee game, of course. Do we rotate or do we not rotate? That's a good, I think we will. I think we will rotate. I think we'll play Alberto from the start. We'll play Podence as well. He needs to have a good game. He's a good player, so eventually he will have a good game if we keep throwing him in. And we've got the Old Firm game coming up next episode as well at Parkhead next Sunday, so that'll be an interesting one. But first of all, Ibrox against Dundee. 10 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses against Dundee. Right, so in terms of the rotation here, Robbie McCrory's getting a game. Screw it, we can't ask him to just sit on the bench indefinitely. Daniel Podence will play as a winger what he wants to be. It is indeed. He is 3.5 stars. He's a good player. He's such a good player. Look at his stats. He's got pace, agility, he's got flair, good touch, dribbling, crossing, everything. He is right footed, isn't he? He is. There's no reason he shouldn't be putting in good performances. Morelos is out for Chicheri, as I say, and other than that, well, Murray Wallace can come back. And Murray Wallace could be on the bench. Gilmore didn't do poorly, and it'll do him well to get some more game time out there. Still only 18 years of age, of course. Shea Ojo can come onto the bench instead of Michael O'Halloran. And do you know what? Letiri can come on the bench for Morelos. Let's do it. Let's use both youngsters. In fact, Letiri can play off that left hand side, and Morelos can be on the bench. So there you go, definite rotation today. McCrory, Byram, Fernandez, Gilmore, Mitchell, or nah, we'll bring Borthwick Jackson back. So again, McCrory, Byram, Fernandez, Gilmore, Borthwick Jackson, Barjonas, Horta, Podence, Henderson, Letiri starting on the left hand side, and Chiacheri up front, who we need to instruct to be an advanced forward. So hopefully we can get some performances out of them here. 4-1-3-1-1 here from Dundee. Very weird one, especially with us playing wingers. We should be able to rip them down the sides today. Right, show me what you've got to keep the run going, guys. Alberto to Henderson. Now Barjonas out to Byram. Forward for Podence. Right, come on, Podence, show us something. He's always cutting inside, which is weird for a winger. Horta, Henderson, giving it away, trying to find Letiri. Kerr picks her up. Big game today for Letiri, Podence and Alberto. Horta out to Barjonas, back to Horta. Podence, it's blocked, it's Alberto, he's not offside, it counts. Podence gets the inadvertent assist, but we'll take it, and that's Alberto's second goal in one start. You know, came off the bench last time, of course, started today, goals in both games. Can I say better than that for the young man? And a perfect start, of course, against Dundee, which moves us once again 16 clear, is that correct? Or did Celtic play during a little holiday there? We'll find out in a moment. It's whipped in. Waddle will pick it up now. Edge of the box, forced back the way towards his own goal though. Ivanildo Fernandez will pinch it. Can he get it forward? He does. Alberto picking it up now. He's got a man inside and Henderson. Got a man outside now. Play it out. Letiri picking it up. Can he get an assist? He's got 3 to aim for in the box. Crosses it low. It's a terrible ball. Waddle away. Borthwick Jackson back to Letiri. Will get a second bite at it and goes back to Borthwick Jackson. He'll cross this time. Alberto centre of the goal. Heads it over. Should probably be 2-0. No, this will indeed move us 16 points clear of Celtic. They did not play a game in hand during our holiday. It looks like we are getting down the sides well here. Dundee playing that narrow formation. Scott Bain apparently catches a cross. Will he hoof it or bowl it out? I think he'll probably bowl it out, yeah. Out to Darren O'Day. Back to Bain and now Waddle. They're trying to play football the right way here, Dundee. Housel and Waddle close down, goes forward for looking for Glenn McCauley. Should be easy for Gilmore. Oh, they're going to mess this up, aren't they? Yeah, McCrory and Gilmore conspire to mess it up, and Glenn McCauley scores. Wow. Not good. Not good at all. We need to hit back immediately and go ahead here. Byram though to Henderson. Let's do this. Come on guys, bit of focus. Henderson switches it. Borthwick Jackson now. Should be down the line to Letiri, but he's taking a weird central position. That's his striker's instinct. Borthwick Jackson beats his man, swings it in high. Podence is at the back stick, can't win the header. Jonas though, playing it to Podence. It's cleared away though. Fernandez takes it ahead of McCauley. Now it's Byram. Move it to Podence quickly. Good ball. Take on your man, Podence. He's trying. Flicks it back to Byram. Not perfect, but Byram will swing it in now. Letiri nods her on. Alberto's in there. He sweeps it beyond the keeper, but he is offside. Damn it. It would have been nice to get Letiri an assist and Alberto a second goal, but it remains 1-1 here. Dundee's only shot of the game, equalising after we went ahead. We're pressing now, of course, for 2-1. Byram to Jonas. Henderson. Letiri doesn't get it. Kamikere picks it up. Letiri's sitting a bit too central for my liking. Fernandez away. McCauley causing a bit of bother up front. But they do deal with it. Borthwick Jackson, nice ball. Come on, Podence, run him. Up inside to Jonas. He seems scared to take on his fullback. Henderson, Borthwick Jackson moves it to Letiri a bit too quickly there. He should have held that and wait for the run beyond the defender. Byram now, Podence, right, come on, you've got Akers in front of you. Nice touch, swings a good ball in. Letiri rises, cushions it down for Henderson. It's deflecting all over the shot. Borthwick Jackson, just put it in again. Oh, he roasts his man, delivers it low. Podence, oh, he's fouled for a penalty. Oh my god, when is he going to score? Unbelievable. Right, anyway, Henderson, just put this in the net and get us ahead, and then we can worry about Podence. Nope, Scott Bain saves the penalty. Henderson's cross, headed away. O'Hara versus Horta. Jonas, Letiri, come on, take him on and whip it. Back to Borthwick Jackson, delivers it deep. And Scott Bain punches it strangely. O'Day away. Jonas now. Podence has got space. Out to Daniel Podence. Take him on and whip it. Runs wide. Whips a ball in. Scott Bain's there. Letiri rises. It's headed behind. That's a poor effort from Letiri. Dundee must have a lucky rabbit's foot or something like that, because they are hanging in here. Gilmore, Podence, lovely touch, whips it low. Letiri, there you go. What a pass from Podence. Lovely cross. Took it down well in the first touch, beat his man, whipped it. Letiri with a lovely finish, and it is now 2-1. Thank God. Technically 2 assists today for Podence, even though his first was a little inadvertent. Smith, Gandy, McCauley, here they break forward now. Gilmore can't get the tackle in. Spence, it's in behind for O'Hara. Come on, McCrory. O'Hara, oof, he's absolutely sliced it wide there. O'Hara. It remains 2-1, but the 2 chances that Dundee have created have been golden opportunities. Of course, taken one of them. Byram now to Podence. Does he have a third assist in him? He swings it to Borthwick Jackson. Takes a nice touch. Lovely flick. Horta plays in. Letiri, great reverse pass, who's downed for a penalty, and this time Andre Horta fancies taking it. I don't assign a penalty taker. Just let whoever fancies it step up. it's Andre Horta. He scores it. It is 3-1, and there's a little bit of security we needed before half time. 4th of the season for Horta. Good return since he joined in January there. He's looked a classy player, Andre Horta, but we already knew that, of course. But he has proven that. And Podence today, playing well. Finally, we're getting that out of him. And 13 shots to 2. Passionately very pleased because we've done well today by and large. I'm going to bring on Jordan Houston for Sam Byram. I'm going to try him as a wing back. So he'll be pushed higher up. I'm going to bring on Shea Ojo as well for Letiri. What I am going to do now though, I'm going to try and exploit the right flank with Byram and Podence pushing against that fullback. Since Dundee are playing that narrow formation, the left fullback should be exposed. And it's coming down the left now. Borthwick Jackson, Henderson crosses it. Podence flicks it to Alberto, and it is a 3rd assist for Daniel Podence. And Alberto has a brace. Great day for the rotational players. Well, coming up on the hour mark, 4-1. Waiting for Alberto to get a hat-trick. Podence now, whipped in deep. Shea Ojo's at the back stick, and Shea Ojo's in on the act. 5-1. Great cross by Houston, of course. Shea Ojo scoring for 5. Let's see if we can get 6 today. Let's also sub Barjonas for Cataldi. Barjonas down at 73% conditioning. Could use a wee rest. We now have a question for the Old Firm game. Who starts, Morelos or Alberto? As Ivanildo Fernandez finds Borthwick Jackson forward to Shea Ojo, who does still need a breakout performance. Of course, he scored today, but he's been a bit dodgy. Good ball into Alberto now, who probably fancies his hat-trick here. Forced wide though, finds Houston, crosses it for Henderson, who makes up for the penalty miss, and it is 6-1. 11 goals scored in the 2 games leading up to the Old Firm game. 3 goals conceded is a concern, but 11 goals scored. We should at least be able to cause Celtic a problem at the back. Scott Bain now take the kick. Could it get worse? Could we get a 7th? Waddle to Dietz. Forward to Wallace in the midfield. And Gandhi. Forward for Macaulay, should be cut out. No, Macaulay gets it. It's a terrible effort in the end. I fancied we would rip them down the sides today with this narrow formation. That's exactly what's happened. 6-1. Good day for Hearts as well. 4-0 over poor Ayr United, who do look doomed now. And a good day for us at the office. Throw in. Referee whistles. 6-1 over Dundee. 2 for Alberto, 1 for Letiri, 1 for Ojo. Henderson scores as well, as does Andre Horta. Henderson missed the penalty. It could even be 7 if Henderson had scored the pen. Podence though, man of the match performance with 3 assists today. Excellent to see that from him. And we have a selection headache ahead of the Old Firm game. Zach Butterworth wants to withdraw his transfer request. Whatever, I don't care. He's no good enough. McCrory makes debut. Good game for him to make his debut, I suppose. Didn't even realise that was his first game for the senior side. Celtic tomorrow at Tannadice, is that correct? They are indeed at Tannadice tomorrow. Let's see how they get on. Come on, Dundee United. Who's their gaffer again? Morris Malpass. Come on, Mo Malpass. And Celtic respond in kind before the Old Firm game. 5-1. Scott Sinclair getting 4 of those goals. 3 penalties though. Takes the shine off it a little bit if you ask me. In fact, yeah, the goal in the 21st minute wasn't a penalty. So yeah, 3 penalties and a goal from open play. The goal for Dundee United was scored by Zach Rudden, on loan from us. At least that's a little positive. But Celtic now, how many points behind? Is it 13? It is 13 points behind with a game in hand, but we will be playing them at Parkhead next time out. Massive game. If we manage to win that one, of course, it is absolutely all over. It might actually mathematically be over. Let's see. What would the gap be there? Do they play again before then? They do. They play their game in hand against Hibs. So presuming they win, they go to 10 points. We would then win. It'd be back to 13. There would still be 21 available. So no, we can't win it by beating them at Parkhead. But next time out, it will be Parkhead, and then it'll be Ibrox against Hamilton. So that will take us up to the league split. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. A great couple of performances going forward. Battering Hearts 5-2, battering Dundee 6-1. A good showing from some of the new boys as well. Lack of clean sheets, still a little bit worrying. Defensively against Celtic could be a bit of a concern, but we should be able to cause them problems at the back. If you have enjoyed it, please drop down below and leave a like on the video. It really does help out. Of course, you can subscribe to the channel. You'll get that update. You'll get that notification as soon as the next episode with that Old Firm game goes up. It's going to be a cracker, I'll tell you that much. At least we might not win, but at least it's going to be a good viewing, good watch. It's always fun to see the Old Firm game. So as I say, you can subscribe for that, which would be greatly appreciative of. We are really creeping towards that 200 now, up at 191 last I checked. But mostly, as I always say, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're at Parkhead.